today, and I was like, yo, this is such an interesting video. I should react to it on stream. Now look, bro, 30 to 50% of people don't have inner monologues. Do y'all have inner monologues? Apparently, bro, some people don't have that little voice in their head that's talking to them. See, everyone on the planet can't get questioned and surveyed that they have an inner monologue. Not every single person. It's between 30 and 50% of the people that was, you know what I'm saying, asked. I got like 4 voices. You might have schizophrenia, shorty. I speak to myself in my head. All right, yeah, I do too. But most people, apparently, most people don't. They don't have like the inner monologue. They don't talk to themselves. They don't have that little thought in their head. Like, you know, it's weird. I don't know how people can think like that. If you don't have the inner monologue, bro, you're dead at NPC.
47% of waking hours are spent thinking about what isn't going on. Meaning, for almost half of your existence, you're living in your own mind.
Which is crazy. You think I did bad on finals?
Since it could be the reason you feel
I mean, how am I supposed to answer that? I don't know. I believe in you, bro. My break starts Wednesday. Hopefully most people on break, because during this 12 days, bro, like I'm gonna be some of like the days, like 8 out of 12 days, I'm gonna be live earlier, like these times and shit. I know most people in school and shit though, so it's kind of bad times, but at the same time, it's not terrible times if it's on break.
Down a lot of the time. Your mind generates somewhere between
42
6,000 to
days?
60,000 thoughts a day. Tiny flashes.
How you got a 42-day break?
Impulses, most of which appear and disappear without
Yo, what's good, Ghost
noticing.
Trees?
Fifths of your thoughts show up as words, or as an internal conversation, or a narration you hear. The rest is just a mix of images, audio cues, flashes of memory, feelings.
Do y'all visualize or not? Our semester doesn't start
understand
today.
Without
oh yeah, my
my
summer break is like
that's
April.
assuming you're even in the 30 to 50% of people who report having an inner voice at all. Granted, most of these numbers are self-reported.
There's no way every in chat has an inner monologue. There's no way.
Since we're yet to find a perfect
visualize.
Way to
like you don't see images in your head?
Or someone's private experience. Still, it's safe to say, inner monologues and the many ways
your break starts February, nigga?
Far too strange, too diverse, and too fascinating to not talk about. And yet, we all just assume everyone else's inner world works like ours. It doesn't, at all. Because there isn't one default setting for thinking. There are 5 entirely different ways that people can think. Some people, about 40%, have internal voices, which are like constant dialogues or conversations going on with themselves in their head. They talk to themselves,
your fall semester break ends in February?
Rehearse conversations they might never have. And for them, silence isn't real silence. It's just the moment that voice speaks. So if they'd lost their keys and they go looking for them, their mind goes, did I leave them on the table? Maybe.
Bro, some genuinely don't have inner monologues, which is crazy to me. I don't understand that. I'm off from December 13th till January 12th. Yo, college is crazy. Who's we? Yo, some people don't, bro. You don't have an inner monologue? Yo, be honest, bro. You have an inner monologue. You have an inner monologue. Playboi Carti does not appear in the first trailer for Avengers Doomsday. Damn! I was looking forward to seeing Jordan Carter, bro. What you mean? What you mean he not in Doomsday, bro? Bro, the world, bro, Canada will pay for this, bro. Canada will pay for this, bro. Deadass. Reaction to pause, let me lock in.
In my jacket. Maybe I dropped them in the car.
Bruh.
That kind of inner speech shows up in about 20 to 30% of thoughts on average. But the variation is wild. Some people use it more than 70% of the time, others almost never do. Then, around 50% of people are visual thinkers. These people don't talk to themselves. They mostly see things. Meaning instead of saying, where are my keys, they get a mental snapshot of the last place they remember having them, without any words associated. Maybe even picture their keys in each place they think of looking into. Other people,
what do you mean?
About 20%, only
don't think in words? Oh, nah, you gotta be retarded. There's no way you don't think in words, you think in images, bro. That's like, you can't read. How do you read in your head? Like, you know when you do silent reading, do you just start whispering? Mean that you don't think in words, bro. That makes no sense to me, bro. Imagine Carti comes at the end and plays Crank. That'd be crazy. Yeah, I seen people like that. Shit, you've heard, like, you talk to people that only think in, like, what? There's no way. I don't understand that. Like, how do you silently read, bro? How do you read to yourself? How do you think in your head? Like, do you have to talk? My little sister, your little sister only thinks in pictures. She reads out loud. I read with my mind. Yo, that's nutty.
Think in feelings, so
that's genuinely nuts.
Are more like emotional responses. Their thoughts show up as emotional pulls, moods, or body level sensations. Looking for keys becomes a tiny jolt of panic, then a feeling that points them toward the bedroom or toward their bag.
What?
Like their emotions
Thinking
guide
feelings?
the search before their mind explains it.
Niggas think
Another
with their
20%
emotions. That doesn't
of people
make
say
sense.
it's
I never
common
heard of
for
that.
their thoughts to be more like senses. This means when they try to remember their keys, they might mentally feel the motion of putting them in a coat pocket, or remember the sound of them hitting a surface.
Yo, what?
Lastly, and maybe the most misunderstood group, which is surprisingly not that small, are the ones that have no audio or visual association with their thoughts whatsoever. These are people.
So not only are you not seeing anything, but you're not hearing anything. Can you even say you're thinking at that point? I have this. I can record everything without saying something. So you just don't think in your head. You just like see it. I do both sometimes. Like I mainly hear things, but like I'll be like, yo, where's my keys? And I'll have an image in my head. Like I'll say, okay, this is where I left them. But like, can you even say you're thinking if you don't hear or see anything? How does that make sense? I beat my meat to a girl's voice before. What? What? And shoe size. Wait, huh? Yo, Shorty told him she a size 8, and this talking about some, nah, bro, I'm bricked. What are you talking about? I can read without saying something, and I can find stuff without trying to think for it. I mean, yeah, but like, you can read without, like, yeah, like, sometimes the inner voice that I'm reading, I'm not, like, thinking the inner voice, I'm not reading in my head, but at the same time, it's like, I'm reading in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, saying the words, like, if I read, like, for instance, this says deodorant, right? I'm not, like, I didn't think deodorant in my head, I just know it says deodorant type shit, you feel me? But it's like, not hearing or seeing anything. No, I'm like the second tier he just said. You just visualize it. Or you like feel, you just feel emotions. Is that what you're saying? Like you just feel the emotion? I can recall the echoes of where I put things. Like you just feel it and you just get pulled towards like an intangible force. That's kind of sad, not gonna lie. Anyway, I made the beat. Wait, I made the best song you will ever hear. If you don't want to hear it, then you gonna regret it. You got like, what? What the
Who report
that sound like shit, bro.
Not experiencing any kind of inner thoughts the way the rest
Got
do.
no imagination. Facts.
Now you might have noticed that these percentages don't quite add up to an exact 100. That's firstly because this is still a self-reported topic, meaning the values shouldn't be taken as exact, but also because most people are a blend of more than one style.
Bro, that shit is hilarious. No, yo, shift is valid, bro.
Demands it. The mind isn't locked into one format.
No, niggas not anti anything, by the way. Just letting y'all know. I'm gonna have to censor the out of this video.
It's fluid, layered, inconsistent in the most human way. And even within one category, people exist on different levels. A verbal thinker could have full discussions with themselves, sometimes even say stuff out loud, while another hears just fragments of phrases. Shit. A visual thinker might see crisp, detailed scenes.
What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? Now look, bro, do you think in like, do you visualize things or do you visualize things when you think or do you think in words or do you do both? Or do you not think in words at all? Bro, this is crazy. As a white man, I hate when them little colors move in near me. What? What are you talking about? I hate minorities. I don't hate minorities and I'm not white.
Else only gets...
Yo, Shift, appreciate you with the follow, bro.
Faint silhouette.
Kiss up, yeah.
A well-known example of this difference is something called the apple test. If I ask you to close your eyes and picture an apple and then describe what you saw in a comment, you'll notice the results scatter everywhere. Some of you will see it like it's physical. Comment. You'll notice the results.
Alright, chat, I saw it like this. I saw like a clip art image of it. The first thing I saw. Kage means cake in Danish, by the way. Oh, shit. Yo, tight shit. Nah, cake. I love cake. I seen a pretty red apple. What did y'all see, chat? What did y'all see? I seen number 2. That's how I seen it, number 2. Like a red apple with a white background. Deadass. Every word I hear repeats back in my head. I also think while this is happening, some words I see images associated with it. You got cake. Nah, bro. Trey is caked up. Okay, bro. I think too much sometimes. I am an overthinker as well. I seen it as 4. You just seen an outline. Chat, which number are y'all? Type in the number. Y'all 1, 2, 3, 4, or y'all 5. Number 5 is nothing. I'd be crazy if some of y'all is 5. 1. So okay, 1, 4. Why people think they Super Saiyan powers? Time I hear words. You don't hear words? Depends on how locked in I am.
Scatter everywhere. Some of you will see it like it's physically there, with perfect textures, shadows, and highlights. Some could even rotate it, move it around. Some wouldn't even need to close their eyes. They could do it that easily. Others would get a dim impression resolution image. Some only see the word apple,
holy fat
the
ass.
idea
I
of
like
one,
that.
with no
Yeah,
picture at
okay.
all.
My
And a
cousin
small
autistic
portion of
dads can
people,
feel colors
or
just by
apparently
touching. That's crazy.
0.8% of you, will see absolutely nothing, a complete absence of
0.8%?
imagery. And that's aphantasia, or the inability to form mental images.
Sometimes I don't have, like, I thought I had aphantasia one time, bro. Cause I wasn't seeing shit how I thought. Like, you know how, like, imagination is visualized? I never imagined like that. So I thought I was retarded. I thought I was cooked. I was like, yo, I can't see shit.
And what's crazy is that people with
I
aphantasia
actually do see
often don't
shit.
realize they're different until their 20s or 30s. They hear people say, picture this, and think it's just a figure of speech. When they find out other people actually see images,
Yo, Candy, you're
their
Canadian.
whole understanding of reality shifts. Temple Grandin, the famous animal scientist with autism, is on the opposite end.
Yo, son, what the f is happening with her teeth? What is happening with this nigga teeth, bro? Yo, son, come on, bro. Bro, this is me. Bad timing. Son, what the f, bro?
She's a
It starts with Trey
hyperphantasic
at the
visual
highest.
thinker,
I'm not autistic,
meaning
bro.
she's able to have exceptionally vivid mental imagery to the point where it can seem as real as actual sight. She's said trying to understand word-based thinkers feels like trying to understand aliens. This is why communication is harder than we think. You might describe something with words, but the person listening might think in pictures. You might give someone directions verbally while their brain wants a map. Teachers explain concepts linearly, while some students only understand them spatially. We think we're speaking the same language, but sometimes we're not even using the same operating system. And the differences don't stop at how we think. It shows in all the weird little things we always could do without really noticing, although they're kind of insane if you
What
think
you mean,
about
son?
them. Like how almost 80% of us can replay music internally almost perfectly, and how few of us could even...
That's not normal. Not everyone can do that. Yo, I started playing booty, bro. Oh shit. Yo, y'all can't do that though. Like y'all can't, like, you know. Oh, what the f, bro? You're black adjacent. That's why you hear music in your head. I'm black adjacent, I guess. My you black it. Wait, you black it. You can't. What the f did this just say? You black if you can't. What? You black it. You can't. Nigga.
and hear it so vivid that it's nearly indistinguishable from actual sound. Another thing is
Niggas
how you
don't have
can talk to
auditory
yourself in
hallucinations
your head
sometimes?
in voices
I'm
you can't
sped.
even do in real life.
Yo, come on, son.
Every pitch, no matter how deep or high, accents or tones, are all almost natural to do inside. You could probably even perfectly mimic every person and character you could think of, even if it's a voice you physically can't produce.
Yeah.
It feels like voice acting if you had no limits to what you can do. And this is something over
It's
half
not
of us
normal?
experience. Some people
over
can
half,
also
so
feel
this is normal.
sensations just by thinking about them. If they
I don't
think
think I
about
could do
cold
that.
metal, they get a tiny chill on their fingertips. If they imagine running their hand along velvet, they get a faint texture sensation.
I gotta try this.
If
Fucking
they
we
see
all autistic.
pain, they often can't
Most
stand
niggas
looking
is
because
autistic,
to
they
some
don't
level
know.
they feel it too. This shows up in around 15% of people. And interestingly, those who report this kind of sensory imagination
Yo,
tend
this
to
sounds
score
cold.
higher on measures of effective empathy. The kind
That's
of empathy that lets you
crazy.
feel what others feel.
Now look, bro. I do, like, I can, like, shit. I don't know. I get sad, like, all right, look. For instance, I can't look. Yo, what's good? Yeah, you better type in chat today, because you only type one thing now, and you be acting like you mad, nervous, and fake and shit, like we don't be in VCs and shit. Like, you have never been in VC. Like, you're a car game, my nigga. Like, just rep it. Like, holy f***. Yap be out over here like she nervous and shit, bro. Come on, bro. Who trying to get OC? What does that mean? I can make a banger just by hearing the first 5 seconds of the beat. That's talent. Timu PBM. I'm not PBM. What the f***? You ain't autistic. I know I'm not autistic. What the f***? Yo, gang. Most is autistic. Niggas said f*** Kage. Come on, bro. You don't watch Dre? Who's Dre? Yap shows up at the end of the stream, says petite gender, and then disappears. No, she shows up random moments in the stream. Yap's a girl. Yes, Yap is a girl. Now look, bro. Can't, like, when I see blood, like, if I see my own blood, I'm fine. It's my blood. But when I see other people bleeding, like in a movie, if I see a lot of blood in television, sometimes I get a weird feeling in my groin. Like in my hips, my inner hips, like right here. I get a weird feeling, bro. Like it'll feel, I get like weak. It'll feel weird, bro. Like dead ass. It's like weird, bro. It's so weird, bro. Like I don't like seeing blood like that. I don't like seeing it. Or like pregnancy pains. I don't like seeing like women give birth. Pussy. How am I pussy, bro? I didn't say I like what? Nigga, you like seeing blood? I don't like seeing blood, bro. I don't like seeing like heavy amounts of blood. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. That might be some empathetic shit. I don't like seeing people cry either. But like I'm kinda desensitized to seeing cry. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
And if your mind still isn't impressing you enough, you could even train it to use something called the loci method, or
What's
a
that?
memory palace. It's basically
low-key feel that
turning
on my
information
pum-pum,
into
bro.
a route
Low-key.
you walk through in your head. You take a place you already know, like the layout of your apartment, and you assign each object or corner to a piece of information you want to remember. It's the standard tool used by competitive memory athletes, not because they're born different, but because this
That's not
one
normal?
technique works insanely well. In studies
They
where
must be
regular
mapping it
people
out
are
like
taught
super
the method,
detailed, 'cause, like-
their recall often jumps to several times higher than before, sometimes 5 to 10 times the amount they could remember with repetition alone.
It makes me
And
happy
even though
seeing
it's that
people sad.
effective,
Is that
barely
crazy?
anyone
That
uses
is
it.
insane.
And this is why people with visual thinking are usually better at memorizing. Sometimes.
Why are you
even
assuming
having
if you can do this shit, you're
photographic
autistic,
memory,
Jameer?
although some consider it a myth.
I don't have a
That
photographic
doesn't mean
memory.
people with strong inner voices are any less fascinating. They usually have an edge when it comes to planning, problem solving, and rehearsing, since they silently talk all the time. But that same skill makes them more prone to looping thoughts. And proof is, overthinking shows up more often in people who rely heavily on verbal thinking. And all of this goes to show how the way you experience consciousness, a particular mix of voices, images, feelings, and silence in your head, is completely unique to you. Nobody will ever know what your mind actually
Damn,
looks
her
or
eyes
sounds or
fucked up.
feels like, and you'll never truly know theirs. You can describe it, you can approximate, but the lived experience is forever yours alone, because every person you meet is in a way living in a completely different universe than you. Their internal reality is fundamentally different from yours. The only life you
Bruh,
truly
I'm telling
live
you,
is
bro, reality does not exist, bro. Y'all gotta realize we just agree that everything's the same. But like, your perception of this is not the same as
Drink
mine.
water, you dehydrated bitch.
You right though. Got my water. I ain't drink this shit today either. You just reminded me of that. Now look, bro, this yellow, we all agree this is yellow. But like, y'all might see purple. But at the same time, even though we can read this yellow, it's not gonna be the same. It might not be the same shade of yellow. Like, you might see a more bright yellow than I see. I see a duller yellow type shit. You feel me? So like, we just agree that reality is the same for everybody, but it's not. That's red, bro. You see what I'm saying? It could be red. He trolling, but it could be red though. Yeah, like, you think Naruto's peak. We know it's not. Yo, gang, you're a One Piece fan? Like, stop it, bro. No one knows that little weak ass. Tell me why I almost lost my streak yesterday, even though I was there. I was in for 30 minutes. You gotta type in chat, Brynell. Yo, Brynell, why you be lurking so much? You be busy and shit? What's good though?
the one people see from the
I
outside.
like this video, bro.
Is the one inside your head. And it's really humbling to notice that everyone passing you in the street every day has a whole life going on, as special and full as yours. But that's a topic for another video.
I gotta watch this shit, but I'm not gonna watch it right now.